write an equation for the given graph. So we have exponential decay here. So we should already realize that whenever we write our function, that our b is going to be less than 1 since it is a decay. So first we need to collect some information from our graph. So we want 0. We want that x equals 0 because we want the y-intercept because that's going to help us here with calculating a. So let's go ahead and look at our y-axis, and it is at 0, 80. And then we need another point, and we want the points to be consecutive. We want to just look at the change from one point to the next one, consecutive integers. So let's look at 1, and that is halfway between 50 and 60, so 55. All right, so we now have all the information we need in order to write our equation. Well, let's go ahead and start. We know that our A is our initial value, our y-intercept, so that is 80. So now we just have to figure out what our decay factor is going to be. All right, so like I said, we already have our A, that is 80. So for us to figure out what to multiply by to get to 85, what we can do instead is work backwards. So we will divide. So we're going to do 55 divided by 80. I just used my calculator, nothing fancy, and I got 0.6875. So that is our what we're going to be multiplying by to get to that number. Now, because we did it from the table and we weren't given the percent of increase or decrease, then we do not need to add or subtract it from 1. This is the decay factor, and we can check it. We can check it by then doing, like I said, going from 80 to 55. Since we can't just miraculously figure out what would I multiply 80 to get 55, we worked backwards, but now we can check it. So we're going to do 80 times 0.6875, and we should get 55, and we did. So we know we found the correct decay factor. So let's go ahead and go back to the slide and put that in. And even though the word problem doesn't ask us like to use it or anything, let's make sure we can identify what each of the variables represent. So let me go ahead and type this in here. We have 0.6875. So x would be the x-axis, the number of days, and y would be the counts per minute. So if they gave us more context, that would make more sense. But you do want to make sure that you identify what your x and y represent.